Hey guys, what's up? Um, First of all, again, Happy New Year to you guys. I know it's the third day of 2016, but I thought I'd give you guys say Happy New Year to you guys, as well as give you guys a bit of a channel update as to what's to come very, very soon. Now, basically, it's a channel update, package opening update, if you will, channel update slash package opening update. First of all, I'll let you know things are going to get a little bit better now. Things are going to get more stable, if you will. Things are going to get a little bit more stable this Monday. This Monday, my mom goes back to work, so I'll have some time to myself. The only problem is when I come home, will be the only other time I'll have time to myself because of the fact that my mom will be I'll be working basically a 7 hour shift, 7.5 hour shift. I'm going to be doing 9:30 to 6 on Monday, and so basically it's a nine basically it's a yeah it's a 9:30 to 6 deal, and mostly all my schedule this week is during the day, so that kind of helps out. The earliest I've got is Wednesday, but but again, I think that's a 7 hour day for me because I'll be, um, basically getting off around early to mid afternoon. So that'll work out. As far as videos go and everything, they're still going to be coming up. I still have to do my video review of Sonic 279 if I ever get it in the mail because I know I'm not the only one that hasn't gotten it yet. There's a lot of people that haven't gotten it yet, and I think the reason being is because of the holidays. And as I've mentioned before, I think comic book companies like Archie and them get a little behind because of the fact that they probably get a lot of orders, and you know it's hard for them to kind of keep up with the subscriptions, and maybe they just take a hiatus. Maybe financially they just take a hiatus, and maybe for those that live on the East Coast and West and Midwest, maybe they get their issues, and then later on the rest of us get it afterwards because maybe like I say they take a hiatus or something. Excuse me. Like I said, maybe they take a hiatus or something. Um, but with that said, eventually that will be happening real soon. I'm still going to be doing my animated girl profile confidentials. I'll probably be using what I'm using right now to do a lot of it. I'll probably still use the other computer in the rec room as well to do some of them if I don't feel like turning this on. So that'll be something as well. Um, as let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get some fan vids as well. I mean, I got the program now on here, Windows Movie Maker, to try to do some fan vids. The only problem is this is only doesn't have that many gigabytes as my main computer right here, or the rec room one. So it'll be all a decision on how it occurs. Um, like I said, it'll be about decision and how I do it. Um, otherwise, besides that, I'll try to get some fan vids going. I think I may have put one or two fan vids up this past year, but hopefully I'll get some more up. If not, I do apologize. Um, but yeah, there'll be other videos going on, other topics talked about and everything. So it's gonna be a lot happening. And right now, it looks like I'm about 2,100 views. I think 2,100 views away. Not views, but uploads away, I believe, or 21,000 uh, views away from a million. Yeah, from 100,000. So maybe that all occur this year. I don't really know. It's only in the third day. Um, Now, as far as package openings go, this is really going to be an interesting year because financially, last month I couldn't do really much many package openings. The only package opening I did, well, didn't really do, but unboxing I did, was for the View HD. The View HD, of course, was the audio converter was. I can just get it over here. Let's turn this for a second. Was basically my way of being able to listen to that right there, my TV, through that. Yeah, you can see it right there through that my home theater system. So that was the only way I could do that. That was the only thing I ordered off Amazon this year. The other things that I got, basically, the other packages that I got were gift packages. So basically, they were like for gifts for everybody. So there was that. Um, Overall, not much going on financially. The beginning of last month and the end of last month, if you will, have been really good. But come February, it's all going to change a little bit. The state basically has already told me and informed me that normally what I'd gotten from them is going to drop off into the twos, into the high 200s, near 300s, if you will. And that what I got in the 700 range is going to drop by 70 because they got to take that 70 out for me to pay back something that apparently, they had basically it was a miscommunication between me and social. So they have to take out 70 for the next few months. Maybe I'll get it done sooner and I can get my stuff back before that. But we'll have to wait and see. I know some people might tell me, well, just go with the 70. That way they're not so suspicious about what's going on. But we'll have to wait and see. But the reason I say that is because this last package opening is really not last package, but the last few days financially has been really good. Of course, I had to pay cable. I still got to pay my mom her rent, but financially, I should still be okay going into my next work check a week from this Thursday, and probably be easier enough. It'll be a lot easier now to save some money because of the fact that it's not the holidays and there's not really much to go after. Um, but with that said, and the next package openings I got coming will be this week and into next week. Basically, it'll be this week and more so a week from Monday. Now, exactly what I'm getting, well, I'll let you guys know this. Two of the items I'm getting, basically some of these items I'm getting both from Amazon and eBay. Now, here's a little interesting thing about my eBay purchases for you guys that don't know. I had a little bit of a falling out with eBay. Basically, I was still on their system, but my account had been put on hold. Something had happened. I think it's because I didn't bid well or something. I don't really know. And I didn't, well, basically what it was, I won something, but I wasn't able to pay for it, so they put my account on hold because of that. So I couldn't really do anything with eBay, even if I wanted to. So recently I just decided, you know what? I'm going to take a page out of what I did here on YouTube, what I've done in other areas. I'm just going to create another account and go from there. And that's what I did. It's still my name, but it's under a different email that I've used. And, there you go. So, yeah, so basically I figured that out. I fixed that. And already the money's been taken out for the items. Now, what's surprising about the eBay items is, eBay, of course, for a lot of you that don't know, is basically an online bidding site, but it's more than that. eBay is kind of like iOffer in a way. They're both kind of like bidding, but they also are more like direct buying. In other words, if you don't want to bid on eBay for something, there's always the option, hopefully, with the same item, that you can just write straight out, buy that item, and go from there. So, so basically, that is what happened. So, yeah, basically that is what happened. And what I did was, like I said, I created. Basically, I just put in a different password and email, and was able to get a few items off there. Financially, I can do that right now. And some of them are really interesting. One is matter of fact, I'll give you a hint. Excuse me. One is actually the songbook of this. That's right. This is I got this from Frank Hill. It's Frank. And it's the songbook of this. So I was able to get the songbook. I don't know if I would have gotten it off of Amazon. Probably would have, but maybe been more, maybe not. I don't know. And then on top of that, I also got a couple of plushes. Well, one little figurine, one plush. For some of you that have seen some of my collection of plushies that I do own, one of them is a Boo Boo plush. So only naturally I'd have to add to the collection. So the next plush on the item is an 8-inch Cindy Bear plush. That's right, I'm going to be getting Cindy Bear in the mail. So that's going to be really interesting to have in the collection. Really interesting. I mean, I can thank Frank Hill because pretty much I have plenty of plushes now. So no, seriously, I've got a lot of plushes, Sonic wise and stuff. But yeah, basically that is what I'm going to be getting there. And then I'm going to get one of those little wind-up things. You remember those little wind-up toys that we have? They still have them now, to where you would wind them up and they just walk like this. Well, I'm going to get one based on Cindy Bear's Yo Yogi design. That's right. Some of you that don't know, Yo Yogi was one of the last Hanna-Barbera cartoons based on the classic characters in teenage kid form. And this is one of the figures that they sold. I think it may have been in a Happy Meal or something or whatever. But yeah, it is coming here. It is going to be in my possession hopefully by the end of this week or into next week. And then, speaking of stuff that'll be back in my possession, about 30 years ago, it will be 31 years in December of this year, but 30 years ago last month. And I looked this up on my Facebook page, and if I can point it out, when I was a kid back in 1985, like any young boy, I was into, of course, Transformers. I was into G.I. Joe. I was into Mask. I was into He-Man, Centurions. I was into all of them. Any boy action toy I was into. And on occasions, yes, I would watch Gem and I would watch My Little Pony. I'm not gonna lie about that. Well, at Christmas, me and my sisters would always get stuff that normally during our birthdays, unless we were turning to double digits, or getting halfway to the age of 20, if you will, if we were turning to double digits, only then would we be able to get something special, something that normally we would have to wait Christmas to get. So in 1985, when me and my family were living in Hayward, California on Harder Road in the apartments over there, one of the things my parents got me for Christmas in 1985 was one of those electric racetracks. Now, those electric racetracks were always either just regular cars that companies like Tyco or LGN or Tonko, whoever, would bring out and they would sell, and they sold well. Because for someone like me, that's the closest to having a remote control car. That was the closest we would get. well, well, in 1985 of that year, my mom and dad, I think it was 85 of that year, my mom and dad, courtesy of Santa, if you will, got me an electric racetrack based on Voltron. That's right. And if some of you that grew up in that time frame like I did know exactly what I'm talking about, you're right. It was the Voltron Spin Out in Space electric racetrack. I remember getting that as a child. I remember playing that, putting it together and playing it. And it was one of those items that um, I was just, as a kid, I was just happy about. I mean, here's a bit of a story. My parents financially, they knew I was a fan of all this stuff, but financially, they could only get me the more cheaper versions of stuff that I would actually enjoy. They would. So instead of Transformers, I got GoBots. And lo and behold, I ended up getting, and instead of G.I. Joe figures, I ended up getting those rubber, very stiff rubber WWF figures. You know, I think the two I had were Iron Sheik and Junkyard Dog. Um, but anyway, besides that, um, I also got Voltron. I had several Voltron stuff. One thing I do remember is like on a door like this, on a door like that, I had a Velcro Voltron dartboard, and basically they were these little yellow balls with the red Velcro on them, and you would just toss them, and you on the on the picture of Voltron. I remember having that. I don't know what happened to it. I think maybe my mom threw it out or gave it away or something. I don't really remember. So anyway, oh here we go. Anyway, my parents. So basically, no, but anyways, basically, sorry, it's a little late, so I'm just doing this while it's late. But anyway, my parents knew, that my parents got me that. Well, courtesy of Santa, they got me the dartboard, but they also got me, courtesy of Santa, like I said, the Voltron Spin Out in Space racetrack. Now, here's what's funny though. I'm gonna show you this picture real quickly. Cover my sister's faces there for a second. And right there, I don't know if you could see it very, very well. I don't know, the lighting might not be helping it. But again, I don't know if you could see that very, very well. But that there was the Voltron Spin Out in Space racetrack. Again, I don't know if you can really see that. Maybe if I turn off the light, you can see it. Hold on. Sorry about that. Maybe you can see it a little bit better now. Or not. Hold on, maybe you can't see it. There we go. Sorry about that. But anyway, right there again. I don't know if you can really see that very well, depending on the lighting. Maybe we put it over here. Yeah, right there. That right there. I think you can see that. Whoops. Yeah, but like I said, that right there again, I don't know if you could see that very well. That was the Voltron spin out in space racetrack I used to have. Now, again, I don't know what exactly happened to it. Again, I can only assume my mom gave it away or it broke or something. And and you know what would be funny when I get it because I ordered it again from whoever was selling it. If this racetrack that I get is the one my mom gave away, if it's the one I used to have, and it's if you know that because that has happened. There's been stories out there that people will end up locating things that their parents gave away unexpectedly. And if this ends up being, end up getting it back. And if this ends up being the racetrack my mom got rid of or gave away, then it'll be back in my possession. But I don't think so because it looks new. So, but anyway, yeah, it's the Voltron racetrack. In fact, if I can, in fact, as a matter of fact, I think I can give you a better picture of it. But yes, the Voltron spin out in space racetrack, and courtesy of Santa, my parents were able to get it for me for Christmas. So now, thanks to eBay getting a new kind of account with them through a different email, I'll be getting it back again. So that'll be nice to have in the long run because it's something that, like I said, I was happy to get as a kid because, like I said, for anybody at that age in 1985, it was the closest we'd ever got to owning remote control cars, and it was a more cheaper option. Yeah, here we go. That right there, again, I don't know if you could see that very well. There we go. Yeah, see, that there is what I used to have. I got that for Christmas back in 1985, and now I'm getting it back again. And it's really fun. It really is. I mean, like I said, it's something that I enjoyed having. Now, that's not the only thing that I'll be getting this week. Excuse me. What also I'll be getting is something I got for my 10th birthday. Now, like I said earlier, for any of us, and I think a lot of you watching know this from experience, anytime we hit as a young kid, when we hit the double digits, despite how small we may be or whatever, or even the midway point to, being a grown up, our parents always ended up getting us something special that we usually would have to wait for Christmas for. We'd have to usually wait till Christmas for. And in 1989, I believe, I think it was 89 or 88. I can't really remember because I don't know when this was released. But 1988, 89, and I know it was my birthday, so it had to be my 10th birthday. So around that time, my parents, I think it was either 88 or 89, either my ninth or 10th birthday. This was around the time, I think it had to be 89 because they were advertising this at that time. Anyway, my Hasbro was advertising the Power Master Optimus Prime. As a matter of fact, when they were doing the Saturday morning showing, Saturday and Sunday morning showings of Transformers with the with that well, not animatronic, but that stop motion Optimus Prime and that Tommy Kid, that stop motion Optimus Prime was based off Power Master Prime. So, well, Power Master Optimus Prime, and this is when they were doing the Power Masters. So, I never had an Optimus Prime as a kid. I mean, this was at a time my parents, I think financially we were doing good, so they were able to get me some Transformers. They got me Slug, a Snarl, I should say, of the Dinobots. They got me Goldbug, of the Autobots, the throttle Bumblebee, if you will. They got me Goldbug, and I think they got me Cosmo, I believe, Sea Spray. Some of the smaller Transformers, but still, they got me some. But I never had. But my real goal as a kid was to get an Optimus Prime. So lo and behold, when I was turning 9 or 10, around 88, 89, I think mostly had to be 89, my parents ended up getting me a Power Master Optimus Prime. And yes, that is me as a young kid. But my parents got me a Power Master Optimus Prime. And I was shocked by that. Because it was, I mean, I wanted Optimus. I just didn't think I was going to get that big of an Optimus. So that's what I got from them. So in addition to that, there's going to be other stuff coming this week as well. I've got that coming. I've got Blu-rays of Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Independence Day coming. I've got other things coming as well. I'm not going to say too much, but one of them was a Target exclusive this past year. And if you watch the Ben's Toy Ben show, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. They were basically a 6-pack altogether exclusive at Target. A 6-pack, and they're based on the #1 animated show Hasbro's got going right now, and on DFC Discovery Family. Discovery Family. So, and they're based off that one episode where they go into a comic book. And if you know what I'm talking about, yeah. But, there's other things as well. But basically, I don't want to give too much away. Like I said, I don't want to give too much away, but that is what's happening package opening wise this week. And it sounds like almost an indication that Frank Hill may be sending me something as well down the line. I just don't know what it is. I mean, he basically asked me what kind of Sonic games I had for the DS, and I said, well, I have Sonic Russian 2, so he said, okay. I can only estimate that he'll probably send me the game. I don't know what he'll send me Sonic related if he does send me something like that. I can only estimate it to be the Mega Collection on the DS. Well, not the Mega Collection, but the 4 Sonic games, Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Sonic and Knuckles on the DS. Or he'll send me Chronicles. I can only think of that. So, but anyway, that's basically what's happening package opening wise this week. Hopefully there'll be more package openings this month, or something. I mean, I really want to get Trypticon. I had that in my Amazon queue, and I want to get the Platinum Edition of Trypticon in my collection, so that way I can finally say that I have him, Metroplex, and I have Trypticon. So hopefully I'll be able to attain him this month as well. Let's just hope that happens. Overall, that's what's going on, and I hope you guys. And really, that's all I have to say for this channel update, the first channel update / package opening update of 2016. Hope you guys have a happy new year. Again, I know a lot of you out there are still partying. A lot of you are basically looked at this past weekend and said, hey, New Year's Eve is Thursday, and it's New Year's Day, and da-da-da. You guys wanted to do that. So, again, hope you guys have a safe and happy New Year's weekend, the remainder of it, because this Monday, things get back to normal. They really do. So, hopefully you guys will have a remaining safe New Year's weekend, and Talk to you all later, but until then, God bless, take care, and I am out. And there will be package opening videos, not courtesy of this, but courtesy of that thing. If I can find it. Yeah, there it is. That thing right there. So, God bless, take care, and I'm out.